Carl, nice to meet you. Thank you for doing this for us.
A pleasure.
I imagine you've been a pretty popular guy over the last few days, right?
Last few days, yeah, it was a bit crazy. I mean, I didn't expect this. I came back in Germany, and then I looked my Twitter, and I was like, whoa, okay. And I don't use Twitter usually, so.
Oh, really? Okay. You all of a sudden had a ton of mentions you probably weren't ready for. All right, I think I am good to go on my end. It'll just be a number of questions. We'll kind of take this.
It's not live, right?
Edit it down. No,
Okay.
no, not live. So you can start over again if you need be or anything like that.
Yeah,
So
okay.
yeah, we'll use some clips of it on the news tonight. So thank you again.
Okay.
I guess I'll just start with this. Give us the backstory. So who are you, Mr. Doppelganger of Aaron Rodgers? Where are you from? How'd you end up at Lambeau on Sunday Night Football?
Okay. I'm Frank. I'm from Montreal, Canada. I live in Munich since a few years now. Reason why we went to the game on Sunday is that my father is a big fan of the Packers since years, like Brett Favre, but he never got to go to the Lambeau Field. So me and my sister and her boyfriend, we decided to invite him for a match, travel expense and tickets, all everything. And we ended up going to the match. And at first I only had the hat. I bought this like 2 or 3 years ago, and I never had a comment. Like, I live in Munich and nobody knows him. So. And then I got there, and then there was some people walking around. You look like Aaron Rodgers. Are you not supposed to be on the field, man? Or so. And then my sister told me, like, man, now you need to get a shirt, and you need to get yourself a jersey. So I bought one, and then then I had a few looks at me. But when I went to the tailgate village, I guess when people start having some beers and everything, then I started to do a lot of pictures with people, and I got invited for a few beers. And yeah, we went to the stadium. I was having fun, and people in the stand, they didn't say too much thing. They said the comments, I look like Aaron Rodgers. But when some guy was on Twitter and he said, like, hey man, you're all over the place on Twitter, and I was like, what? And he showed me the video, and I saw like 100,000 of views, and I was like, whoa. And then the people around me was like, hey, now I need to take a picture, man. No choice. So it was and then after the game, like, I tried to gather a bit of attention, like to see if Aaron Rodgers could come and maybe sign my shirt, my jersey, or like say, let's see. And then nothing happened. So I back home, woke up the next morning. We went to Chicago airport. I was looking on the internet. I was like, whoa, and the video has been seen for 1 million of views. So I couldn't believe it. I was like I was really surprised. And then I had the complete day at Chicago airport. So I reopened my Twitter account, because I don't really use social media. And I reopened the Twitter account, post some pictures, try to answer some people, but then, like, there was not really a lot of visibility. And then at some point, when I posted like a picture when I landed here in Munich, then this all blew up. I really didn't know that there was like some people were searching for me. Like, I saw that the radio show was searching, and then I didn't know. And funny thing, I went to the office. I talked with my colleagues this morning and say, hey, guess what? I went to this game, and I went on TV because I looked like Aaron Rodgers, and they were like, let me Google Aaron Rodgers. I don't know who he is. So I don't have this popularity here. I can still walk with this and no problem.
That's good to hear. You don't have the paparazzi popping around too much in Munich like you would in Titletown or in Green Bay.
Yeah,
What did
yeah.
that do to just add to the entire experience? I imagine bringing your dad there in the first place was amazing, but then this absolutely ridiculous experience happens to you as well the whole weekend.
Yeah, but I felt like it always went like a step higher. I mean, I started like, hey, you look like Aaron Rodgers, and then 2 hours later, I'm on Twitter with millions of views, and I keep hearing that I wish I could see the clip that apparently they talked about me for 8 or 10 minutes, but I never saw the clips. So it's a bit surreal. I mean, I didn't expect that. For me, I just went for a game and watched football, and then that was it. But then it just get higher and like a step above. Like, so I'm a bit overwhelmed by all this.
Are you yourself a big football fan or a big Packers fan, or was this really for your dad? You
It
said you
was
you
really for
bought the
my dad.
jersey there
Yeah,
that day.
it's really for my dad. I mean, I live in Europe. We don't get to see the games. If I want to watch a game, it's at night or quite late. So, but I used to watch more games when I was living in Montreal, and especially with my dad. And but it's the same. I'm from Montreal. I watch ice hockey usually, and then I didn't watch Montreal Canadiens in so while now. So with the time zone, I still every year I do the effort for the Super Bowl, but
Do
so
you see the resemblance to yourself? Do you see some similarities between you and the actual number 12?
not. I guess it's really the hat. I don't know, but I don't see a big resemblance. I mean, there's some pictures with some angle. Like I saw like an article actually in Germany that they put on that picture. A lot of people told me you really look like him. But on some, yeah, like on the game night, I think on Sunday they think he had the beard a little bit shaved or a little bit trimmed down. So man, I don't know.
He himself, of course, was asked about this. I'm sure you've seen this, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
claimed, I think jokingly, that you were a plant from NBC, but also gave you a very nice compliment on the beard. So, what was your
Yeah.
takeaway, your response to Mr. Rodgers' comments?
I think I won't cut my beard anymore. I'll keep the beard. But planting, like I said, NBC planting me, I just went there and then I was quite in the fifth row, and then like I think I saw a lot of comments like he knew where the camera was, but the guy was like 20 meters, like yeah, 50 feet away from me, and he was pointing in my direction like for a while. But since I got asked, hey, you look like Aaron Rodgers the complete day, and I had an idea that the guy was probably filming me, so I didn't know what to do. I just pointed.
It was pretty perfect. It just added to the humor of it, I will
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a little bit about getting to know Frank, the other doppelganger here. So, when you're not the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, what do you do for work? Are you yourself athletically inclined?
I'm an outdoor person. I go in the mountains. That's why I live in Munich. It's close to the mountains, so I do a lot of hiking and more quiet space. I don't do team sports. I like my hiking and a bit of climbing, rock climbing. So. And I'm a software engineer.
Wonderful, wonderful. Trying to find any other similarities here. Rodgers, of course, hosted Jeopardy. He's a big game show guy. Certainly knows his way around a lot of different facts. He's really into Scotch. Anything else that you guys share
I
in
like
common? You think?
Scotch. I got yeah, maybe I can say like I share the Scotch, I guess. Maybe I don't have the same choice of bottles at home as him, but I like my
Well,
choice.
maybe he can share a nice part of his collection with you after all this attention you've received
Yeah,
and had to deal with as a result.
yeah. One thing that I think it would be really nice to have at some point is if I could just get a signed jersey from him and could send it to my dad. It's like I would be really happy.
That would be great. That would be perfect. We'll
Yeah.
see if we can work some things on our end as well, although I don't know how much pull we have here in
Yeah.
Wisconsin either. I'll ask you just quickly what this experience has been like, what kind of your takeaways are. I imagine you've been able to enjoy it because of kind of the ridiculous nature of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. It was surreal. I mean, just like I said, it goes. It's always a step up afterwards. Like it starts with the jersey, and then some people taking picture, and then being on TV, and then I just try it out on Twitter, and then it just escalated there. So it's a bit surreal. Yeah.
That's great. Do you have any future plans for another? Well, you have to come back now at this point.
Yeah. The thing is that the traveling it's quite exhausting, and then it's a lot of money to go there. But what I was thinking of is like if the it depends how it goes with the playoff. But now that Green Beans is number one seed, might not happen. But in some in some cases, I'm gonna be like in Florida in January. So like if they end up playing Tampa Bay, it would be nice. I might consider it.
I like
Give
it.
a
I
little bit of
like it.
support.
Yeah, let's see how things shake out. That would be pretty amazing, though.
Yeah, it's probably the only the games I can assist before. Yeah,
The good luck
they
charm, right? Because they won on Sunday Night Football, and Aaron Rodgers had
yeah
4 touchdowns. So
yeah
something magic happens when you're in the stands.
yeah. I mean, technically, when there's two Rodgers on the field, in the stadium, they are undefeated.
The Bears have enough trouble with one Rodgers. They definitely didn't want to see two there on one night. Well, thank you very much. This has been a lot of fun. Appreciate you doing this. I know it's a little bit later in the evening for you out there, but
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. Thank you very much.
And
Have a nice.
just to double check, I won't include this in the interview, but I think I saw elsewhere you don't want to do your last name, right? Is that the
No,
case?
I would prefer to
Okay. Yeah.
just keep it
Yep.
frank and yeah.
Sounds good.
All right.
Just wanted to double check. What's your dad's name? I should ask that just so I have it. Or
Michel.
first name at least.
Yeah,
Michel.
first name. It's like
M-I,
Michael,
but pronounced
but
Michel. Okay.
yeah, Michel in French. Yeah.
Yep. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you taking
Yeah,
the time.
but just for the record, the trip was organized by my sister and her boyfriend, so it's like a
Okay.
big group. So
And are your sister and boyfriend and dad all still in the Montreal area, or where were they
yeah,
coming from?
my dad came from Florida
Oh,
because he
nice.
cannot handle the snow anymore. And yeah, my sister and her boyfriend came from Montreal. Fun fact is that because of COVID, I didn't know if I would be able to travel, so it was quite
Yeah.
a surprise because I didn't say to my dad that I was coming. So when they arrived at Chicago airport on Friday, I was sitting at the bar, and then they come in, and then my sister said, "Hey, look, it looks like Frank." And then he was like, he froze, and then he realized that the whole weekend was planned for 4 people, and not only them. So it's like a big surprise when.
That's awesome. So you had two lookalikes. You looked like Frank in the bar, and you looked like Aaron Rodgers in the stadium.
Yeah. Yeah, but
That's
then
great.
like he really didn't expect that I was coming there because with all it was booked in September when there was
Yeah.
restrictions, and so
Well, I'm
traveling
glad
these
things
days
worked
is quite
out
hard.
too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm
thanks.
glad things were. My parents actually live in Switzerland right now, so they're trying to figure out getting back for the holidays. And they're American citizens, but it's still, there's a whole bunch of hoops
Yeah,
you have to jump through
but
now and everything.
yeah, you need to do the test, and
Yeah,
it's easier when you're vaccinated.
yeah,
But
definitely.
I've been immunized.
So that's a key difference between you and Aaron Rodgers then too. Well, thank you very much.
All right. Okay. All
Appreciate
right.
it. And this should go up on our website as well at some point.
Okay.
But I think Aaron was kind of arranging stuff with you, so I'll make sure that he sends you the link to things once it's up.
Yeah, if you can set it that the other interview I did yesterday, one of the issue is that we're locked from regions like outside USA. You
Oh,
cannot see it. So I had to
Okay.
ask my sister to send it to me.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I was like,
Well, I hope that's not it. Yeah, my parents watch our morning show from
okay, but
Switzerland, so hopefully it won't be an
it should
issue.
work
But
then. But
yeah,
the TV, because I like since I'm not from there, I have no clue
yeah.
which TV station it is, and so, like
Just answering the call.
yeah, it's just for the fun of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, awesome. Thank you very much, Frank.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Have a good rest of the day.
Yeah, you too.